Hello, hello, hi, we're live! Hello! I don't know what the heck that sound was, but hi. Okay, I think I've configured OBS to work. Hopefully, so the video and audio should be much higher quality. Listen to that good quality goodness. Also, now I understand why, like, whenever I see some people stream, there's like the first 30 seconds is awkward silence before they start, and that's because, at least with this new setup, the if I understand correctly, YouTube live streaming changed it slightly, or maybe I was doing it incorrectly before, where now like the last few like 30 seconds it's delayed by. So you hit go live on like OBS, and it starts sending information to YouTube, and then you go over to YouTube and you hit start stream there, and then but then it sends the original first 30 seconds of awkwardness where you switch the tabs over and everything. Yeah, so anyway, hi. I'm sorry if I seem a little bit out of it right now. I'm trying to deal with jet lag and also a lack of caffeine, because I'm trying to cut myself off from caffeine cold turkey. Joy, joy, joy. That's a fun story. So yes, hey, hi Chris, how's it going? Yes, Steven. Hannah, welcome Marino, and Tin. I'm sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce that, man. But yeah, so yeah. I'm really struggling with jet lag. For some reason, this return back, it's hit me so much harder than when I was in Malaysia. I'm so tired all of the time. I've been sleeping like a baby, though, let me tell you what. Last night, I just it was like 8 p.m., and I crashed in bed and woke up today at like 11 a.m. I got so much sleep, and I'm still so incredibly tired. You literally chose the worst time to cut off caffeine. Why do you do this to yourself? Honestly, because I know that, like, I'm just physically tired and have a headache, and so if I also throw in a lack of caffeine, I know that, like, the headache, I'm gonna get a headache regardless. I might as well lump all my suffering into one. It should only take, like, a week or so, as opposed to stretching it out. But yeah, so the reason I decided to was because when I was there in Malaysia, I was like lining up in the morning multiple mugs to drink multiple things of tea from, which I guess is healthier than coffee, but even still, I'm like, okay, this is kind of getting ridiculous, because yeah, I'd wake up every morning with a throbbing headache because I'd just gone 8 hours without having caffeine. I would line up the mugs in the morning and then constantly be drinking during the day. And it was just like, okay, this is kind of ridiculous. So, and it was expensive. So that's kind of why I'm trying to stop, so that a cup of tea so that any caffeine actually has an effect anymore. Because it doesn't as really right now. So yeah, that's my struggle. But I came home to this jacket, which my aunt, got me for Christmas, fun fact. And I didn't get the chance to wear it really on camera because the next day I flew out to Malaysia. So yes, I really like it. It's nice and warm, which is really good. I remember in your vlogs last year, or a couple years ago, you drank like 3 cups a day, and I was actually scared. Oh, this was like 4 or 5 cups a day. Yeah. Because the thing is, I'll be like, ooh, normally I have like 1 cup. What if I have 2 cups today because I need to have a lot of energy because we're going out the next day? Oh, 2 was pretty good. What if I do 3 today? Oh, 3 was good. What if I do 4 today? I just have no bad... self-control. I don't know her. So that's cool. That's been the haps lately. Tell us about your flight home. Boy, it was a trip. So, I did vlog it, and I'm sorry. I'm behind on editing vlogs. I'm behind on editing my main channel video. It's like 3/4 of the way edited, but I've just been so tired that I haven't been able to really like sit down and focus on editing it, because I'll sit down and be like, okay, I have to do it. Oh, I have to do it up. I can't focus right now. Just constantly. So yeah. Where's episode 5? Yes, same thing. It's on my hard drive. It's sitting here. I'm just so sleepy throughout the day. I can't do it. I will fall asleep editing. I'm sorry. But trust me, there are many vlogs. I think I definitely did more than 10 this trip. I filled up like 4 terabytes. So there's plenty of footage coming. I just haven't been able to edit it just physically. In fact, even now, I don't know if you can tell, I'm so tired. You have an addictive personality and it's dangerous. It's true. And it's a struggle. And it's something that thankfully is only something I'm dealing with caffeine and not any harder substances. And that's very intentional. Like, yikes. So yeah, that's been a struggle, and I've had a very bad headache all day, and I can definitely feel it right now. So yes, if I act kind of like I'm out of it, that's why I am out of it. But you know, I love doing these streams. It's genuinely fun to talk to you. So yeah. It's weird to go back to texting with Susan though instead of like talking with her. Because it's funny, if you look at our, like, my Telegram history, it's like, talk, all day, every day. And then I get there, radio silence. Except for occasionally, like, wait, what section of this grocery store are you in? Are you ready to go? Oh, I'm back behind the toilet. Bathroom. Because they're in Malaysia, they don't call them bathrooms or restrooms. In fact, I don't think I mentioned this on a live stream, but when I was flying there, right, in my layover in Guangzhou, I don't know actually how to pronounce that. Susan would laugh at me for how I just pronounced it. I'm trying, okay? But so I really had to pee, and I could not find the bathrooms anywhere. And I went up to the information desk, and I said, like, hey, can I ask, like, where's the bathroom? He was like, I said, like restroom. He was like, we have a Burger King if you're hungry. Which was not my question. And then I saw it. It was directly behind him. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm good. Goodbye. Thank you. Yeah. Not my brightest moment. But, so Susan informed me that pretty much everywhere else in the world, they just call them toilets. The whole room is the toilet. Yeah. So that was cool. But that's why I said, like, I'm behind the toilet. I meant, like, behind the bathrooms. And my brain just... Yeah. So, yes, my flight home. It was pretty okay. I mean, saying goodbye to Susan was obviously really sad. But I can tell you... So, first of all, I flew from Penang to Kuala Lumpur, which is like 40-minute flight. It's nothing. It took longer to get through like security and to get to my gate than it took, to fly. So that was nice. And then I landed in KL and had a 7-hour layover. And my flight departed at 1 a.m. So I had to stay very, very awake. To be fair, most Burger King stuff could have been made in a bathroom and no one could tell, honestly. Oh! So, yeah, I find this really remote spot in KL, like in the airport. It feels like I shouldn't be there because there's no one at this gate. it's like padded and kind of behind this glass area, but the doorway was wide open, and then there was like this nice padded seat with this outlet. I'm like, well, no one's telling me I can't be here. The door's open, but it's dead silent in this airport. You know how normally, like, the airport sounds, the crowd of people and the boom boom, for, just as a reminder, if some unknown person attempts to give you or, give you any package that you don't know, please alert airport security. There was none of that. It was literally just dead silence. It was so unnatural, and I stayed there for quite a long time until eventually decided to go go in a I found a restaurant to eat dinner at. Mary Brown, I think was what it was called, which is kind of like a KFC, but spicy. It was so freaking spicy. I was dying. I vlogged a bit, and I made like a sweet sappy comment, and you can see there's kind of tears coming to my eyes a little bit. Like, I'm definitely not happy in the moment. And it kind of worked to my advantage because it looks like I'm being really sad about what I'm saying. To be completely honest, I'm just suffering because my mouth is on fire. I had to cut around because something you have to know about this boy: when he eats something spicy, he hiccups very intensely. I had to talk. I had to redo like a sentence like 4 times because I kept hiccuping in the middle of it. Dead silence in areas that you'd expect to be noisy is actually terrifying. Honestly, I was like, what the heck, is the airport closing? Am I gonna miss my flight? Did I miss my flight? Did I miscalculate? What the heck is happening? So, yeah, that was cool. Yeah. But eventually got on the plane and flew from a 7-hour flight, or I think it was 7 hours. It was something like that, from Kuala Lumpur to Dubai. Yep. Landed at the Dubai airport, which was very nice. The first thing I see is a Gucci store in the airport, and there's just like so much super fancy, like so many like super expensive like purse bag stores. And oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention something. Back when I was waiting in KL, I had to wait because they wouldn't let me check into my next flight because I was switching airlines. They wouldn't let me check into my next flight until 3 hours before the flight took off. So I had to wait 4 hours, right? But then finally, it was within 3 hours of my flight taking off. So I got checked in. I got to go through the second round of security, which was fun. To like, I don't know exactly why. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, it wasn't really security. It was just like, I'm officially leaving Malaysia. Can you stamp my passport and make it legit? So we get through there, and then holy cow, there's a whole other section of this airport that stretches as far as I can see. It's massive. Holy cow, this whole other terminal. And I'm like, this is so cool. I don't have time to ogle at any of this because I gotta hop on a like tram to get to my terminal. And so I did that, and then it's this whole other huge part of the huge terminal full of so many. It had like multiple, like it had like a top and bottom floor. It was massive. It was massive. So yeah, then I found a Starbucks and edited some vlog footage. So yes, I land in Dubai. It's very nice. And I'm like, oh, I only have a 3-hour layover this time. That's fine. I spend like the first hour walking around. But I'm like, okay, my flight doesn't leave till, I think it was actually, no, I don't know exactly what time it was. I don't really remember. It was something around, it was in the morning-ish. Because it was an overnight flight to get there. So it was like, oh, my flight leaves at like 8 a.m. It's 5 a.m. right now. No, I'm sorry. It was like my flight boards. That's what it was. My flight boards at 8 a.m. It's like 6 a.m. now ish, local time. So I have plenty of time. I'll start like watching a movie. So I started watching a movie. I watched Shazam, which was pretty fun. It was not what I was expecting, but it was fun. And while I'm watching this movie, I have to pee. But I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm watching this movie. I have my laptop set up with a charger, and then I'm charging my phone with it, and I'm also charging my camera. Like, I have a whole mess of cables on me right now. I'm like, I really don't want to pack this up. Hold on, I can wait. So I'm waiting, and I'm watching this movie, and eventually it just gets too intense. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I have to pee so bad. I'm going to explode. I hope I can last in time to close all of my equipment up and pack it. So I have to close my laptop. I have to unplug everything. I have to pack it all back in my backpack so I can throw it on my back to start waddling my way to the restroom. And as I'm doing that, I pass my gate only to see the words final boarding or final call. So it turns out what I thought was the boarding time. I thought we boarded at 8 a.m. Turns out no, that was our departure time. You know, you board like 45 minutes before that. I almost missed my flight. Yep. So, that was terrifying. So I was like, I'll pee later. Hi, I'm Chris. And then had to go through a second round of security to get, like, I guess there was like an American, you know, you had to, because you're getting on a flight to America. So, also something you have to know, this is a fun little story here. And I probably should save this for like a story time video, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Susan made me some snacks for the airplane, right? Just like something I can munch on. And something that it can get kind of compressed, it's fine. You want to know what these things were that she made me? Brownies. What's wrong with that? Well, apparently security gets suspicious when you're a guy in his 20s with long hair carrying brownies onto a plane into Los Angeles. Yep. So I was taken aside and thoroughly checked. I mean, first of all, I took the brownies out. I was like, what are these? Like, oh, the brownies my girlfriend made me for them to eat on this trip. Oh, shoot, I didn't realize what this looked like before, but no, I swear it's innocent. There's no pot in those. And he was like, sure, kid. So he smelled them. He didn't smell anything, obviously, because I'm not going to put pot in my brownies and then take those on a plane. Not that I would ever, I don't smoke pot, for the record. Let me just say that. But, and then he took this, roller thing, I guess, to check. And so he rolled that on the brownie. It, I guess, turned up negative. And then he rolled that. He had me, take out everything in my backpack and roll it over all the things and rolled it all over me. I guess to check and see if there was any marijuana strains anywhere. Meanwhile, I need to get on this plane. And also, bear in mind, I had to pee like you wouldn't believe, which did not help me appearing nervous. Because I was like... So yeah. That was fun. But... I'm clean, so he had to let me through. And I ran onto that plane and managed to pee before I sat down. Thank goodness. And thus began my 16-hour flight. Because I thought, yo, that's so cool. I've literally flown around the world on this trip because I went from Los Angeles across the Pacific to China, down to Malaysia, up to Dubai, across Europe and the Atlantic to get and then the America to get to Los Angeles. That's so cool. I made a full 360 around the globe. Well, no, we didn't do that. We went north. We went. I have flown over the North Pole. Yeah, that was a thing. So I've flown over the North Pole now. Is a sentence I can officially say. There was a lot of ice. Yeah. Oh, hi, Nia. There was a whole backstory to that. So, yeah, I've almost flown across the world. Not quite. That was the longest flight, though. I've never had a flight feel so long. 16 hours! It would have been manageable if my stupid back hadn't started really hurting in like hour 4. It was like hurting so bad. It was just like one specific muscle was super tense and tight, and I couldn't get it fixed. I also, so you have to know something about me. I used to be very much Team Windows on a plane until relatively recently, a couple of years ago, when I discovered, kind of reluctantly, that the aisle seats are better for me personally because I pee a lot. You know how much water I drink. I have to pee a lot. And I also really don't like inconveniencing people, I guess. So I will sit, if I'm on a window seat, I will sit and stew. My bladder will almost overflow. It'll be like a legit almost emergency before I'm like, okay, screw this. Excuse me, I gotta come through right now. And that's annoying. So aisle seats are just the path of the future for this boy, I guess. Plus, they do have the added benefit of, if it's an overnight flight, when they turn off all of the lights, you can stretch out your legs into the aisle and no one can see it. No one can judge you. Don't judge me. So, yeah. I had a window seat this 16-hour flight. Which worked out well for the vlog, but for my bladder, not as much. Thankfully, there was no one in the middle seat. It was just a guy in the aisle and then me. And this guy in the aisle was with his family, so they were all stretched out. And it was really cool. I talked with him a little bit. He was a neat dude. But yeah, so that was awkward. 16 hours. You look so cozy. I feel cozy, man. I'm very cozy. Oh, I'm streaming with OBS. I can show you screenshots. Here we go. Here's my screen. Wait. This is a spoiler for the main channel video. Spoiler. Chris McGowan already knows what it is. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can find some of the really pretty shots. Some of the ones I'm proud of. Yeah, so this was when we were, in fact, this was in the morning, technically, on the flight. Because it was, over 12 hours. So part of it was overnight. And they gave these little sleep masks. So I really like that shot. Right. Oops. Yeah, but I really like that shot. That's probably one of my more favorite shots. Ignore the fact that I slightly missed focus. I just realized, can you hear it? You shouldn't be able to because I haven't put in music here. Oh, the sunrise was so pretty. I mean, just freaking look at that. It was so pretty. Oh, toothbrush. Let me see if I can see more pretty shots. Oh, I just found a mistake. Talkie, talkie, talkie. Talkie, talkie. Talkie, talkie. Talkie, talkie. Talkie, talkie. I'm gonna put this on that. Yeah, so you'll see all of this, but I was very happy with the footage. Oh, I saw the Burj Khalifa. Wait for it, wait for it. It's the next shot. Boom! That's the tallest building in the world right there. I saw it with my own eyes. Right there. So, yeah, this I think is like my favorite shot of the vlog. Or my second favorite. I don't know. So, yeah. This is some spoilers. Whoa. Woo. And there we go. Can I put this back now? Hopefully that worked. Yes. Show us the flight map. Oh. I guess I could do that. Sorry, this is so weird to see now. I can see like my screen on the preview, but it's not my screen. Okay. Alright, Susan's here! Hey! It's the Bucky Barnes mask. Yes. That was an amazing comment. Katie, if you're watching this, yes, that was beautiful. That legit made me laugh out loud. Okay. Should I... Okay, I'll show you the flight map real quick. Well, sort of. Talkie, 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 doing the talkie thing. Yeah. So that. That was my flight map. Originally going from Penang, right around here, to KL, right around here. And then flying from KL to Dubai. And then, because the world is a globe, this path is actually straight. It's just going right over the North Pole, above and through Canada, into the US. So yeah, original flight, foo, up, to foo, and then foo. So yes, that's my flight. I'll show you, okay. To show you that I'm not... Okay, you can see, some of the video projects I'm working on. I'll show you a bit of what I have of the next vlog. I don't have to do much, but will the audio play? Can you hear my computer audio? I don't... Wait, hang on, let me check this. No, you can't. What if I do this? Okay, hang on. What if I do this? Can you hear that?
A beautiful, beautiful day. And what are we doing?
There we are.
Fantastic day.
Okay, let's try this one more time. I'll show you a little bit of the next vlog.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And what are we doing on this fantastic day?
We're going to Intopia Butterfly Farm. It's so pretty there. I'm so excited.
I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous. Oh, and the butterflies are going to be cool too. We're taking the bus to get there, and this bus, it's a little bit late.
You're looking at them. to your wrist.
Yeah, because the wrist that my watch is on is being used to hold up this camera. Cool.
For the shot. What time is it?
It is half past my freckle. It works because I have a freckle right there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on this bus.
I hate this.
I always found it weird how you don't need a seatbelt on a bus.
Yeah. Shh, don't expose us here.
Are you excited?
I think so. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why. That's me every time I go out of the house. I don't like going out. Ugh. Why am I so anxious? Oh my god.
Okay, so when I said a little bit of a sneak peek, I guess I actually meant where I've mainly edited to. I mean, I have B-roll that needs to be put in place, needs to have music and be timed. But that's kind of what I got. I really like this shot for some reason. I know it's not a very interesting shot, but oh, I just freaking love it. I just love it. Susan calling me out on the bus. Okay, yeah, it took a long time to get there. Yeah. There it is, Entopia Butterfly Farm. Also, if you follow Susan on Instagram, you'll know the story of this cup. But yeah, I've also been trying to caption my videos now, which takes so long. It takes so freaking long. Yeah. I mean, they won't show up by default on YouTube. You have to enable them, but then there are subtitles. I figured out it's a lot easier to put them in Final Cut here as opposed to trying to time it on YouTube itself. So I've been doing that. And you can just export it as a subtitles file and then upload it to YouTube. So yeah. Okay, and I'll show you. Do you want me to show you one more? Just a little bit of. I won't show you the really sad part. I'll show you the Mary Brown bit from the vlog when I was coming home. Does that sound good?
Bless up. Oh, bless up. Oh, bless up.
You know what sucks though? I am seeing her everywhere. Like, even this restaurant that I'm eating dinner at, we had a date at this restaurant. Like, I just left the camera at home and we went out, and even the chicken wing is her favorite food. This just isn't fair. Okay, Dubai, here I come. Holy cow, this is the biggest freaking plane I've ever seen in my life.
This is massive.
It's massive. I need to keep track of the seat numbers, or I don't walk past my seat.
Well, I will say, I fit better in this seat than last time. I guess AirAsia is not built for taller folk.
And fun fact, I used to be all about the window seat. The window seat, the window seat, the window seat, because it looks good in vlogs and it's just fun to see a view, but your boy pees too much for that. Plus, on overnight flights, when all the lights are off and no one can judge you, it's very nice to stretch your legs out into the aisle. Don't judge me, okay?
That's about as far as I got in subtitling.
There's also so
Never
many
mind, I guess I just forgot
on
to
this plane.
subtitle that specific line.
There's like 5 just in this one little section. It's so cool.
Now I understand why, like, every YouTuber ever loves Emirates. I should lock this door.
Why is that going?
Hi, I'm a mess.
Okay, one last thing, and I swear I'm like not being sponsored by Emirates or anything. It's just as somebody that's always flown, you know, Southwest, this is such a different experience. Like, this plane has cameras on it.
It has multiple cameras on it. That one has no view. Cool. What about this one? That one's also black, which, to be fair, it's also 1 a.m., almost 2 a.m. So that would explain why there's no light. Fair enough. But that's so cool. Okay, fine. One more freak out because she just handed me this menu for breakfast. I have a menu for breakfast. I don't just have to take what they give me. This is dope. And I'm kind of feeling some fresh seasonal fruit with the cheese omelet and maybe a soft breakfast roll. Yeah. You know, Susan asked me something interesting right before I left, and that was like, do you miss home? And obviously my answer is yes. I miss my home. And I miss the people in my, normal life. But after a month of being with her, she was my normal life. Like, being with her was my home. And I haven't really ever had that happen before with a new, place. Like, as somebody that has moved a lot in his life, the concept of having a home is very, I'm very well acquainted with it. And so it just feels weird that, I guess...
Okay, that's actually where I got with subtitling. Yeah, okay, little bit more.
I felt like I have two. One in a home and one with Susan. Okay, this is getting obscene levels of cheese, so I guess back to the flight. Also, I've realized I've literally flown across the world for this trip because I started by going over the Pacific to China and then into Malaysia, and now I'm going from Malaysia to Dubai and then back home. Literally around the world. Well, I got some sleep on this flight, but dear goodness, not nearly enough. I am so tired right now. I am so tired.
And that's all you get. So, yes, there's more vloggy, talky goodness that still needs to be edited and subtitled. Okay, why am I showing you this? Oh yeah, look. It's somewhere in the Arctic-y, North Pole-y place. Look at all that snow. That snur. Yeah, that was my flight path. Okay, I guess I didn't technically go over the North Pole, but I so close, okay? So yeah. That's what I was saying. It is a straight line. It just looks weird on a flat map. Taki. Okay, that's all I've done. In fact, that's all I imported. The rest of the video files are actually still on my camera. Fun fact. Yo, we back. That was really lame, and I'm really sorry. You look like baby Winter Soldier. Cool, thanks. So yeah, that's how my week has gone. And then what happened when I got back? Not much. I've literally just been sleeping. Susan and I we binge watched all of The Good Place together, so now I'm introducing that show to my grandma. No spoilers, but I really freaking like that show. Hey Chris, I bought a second lens, a nifty 50. Nice. That is a really good, yeah, I use a 50mm for that's the go-to for all of my B-roll footage. So, yes. Talk about your emotions. I definitely had them. Right now, I'm just like this shell, this husk of a person. that's can barely understand what's going on. So I'm just kind of right now, but I really miss Susan, and I was very upset when we finally like left each other. Like at the airport when I had to go through security. That's because we have to separate at that point, going through security. So she's with me, like we're together up until then, like dropping off my bags or my bag at to be checked, and yeah. So I eventually had to turn the corner, and it didn't really seem real that I was like leaving her after over a month until I turned the corner and was completely alone. That's like when it actually hits. So yeah, that was the big sad. And that was not a great day. Almost done with the VidCon vlog. Gotta edit 15 minutes of Gabe Miller dancing, which isn't a bad thing. Bless up. My eyeballs are ready for that. Good content right there. Oh my goodness. Also, Hannah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna say who for obvious reasons, but there is a YouTuber that I enjoy watching that I've also recognized in like near where I live, places in its videos. I'm like, so now every time I go out, my eyes are peeled. I'm totally not a creepy fan. What? Stay hydrated, Kitterinos. Okay, so fun fact, when I was in Malaysia, like I had to drink water bottles. I talked with the doctor before I went, like I think I talked about this on the stream too. Like just, vaccines, like what do I need for this kind of travel? And they recommended like drink water from water bottles just because my immune system is not designed for, their tap water, and vice versa when she comes here. But the thing is, the nearest grocery store, like it didn't make financial sense to constantly get a grab there and back. So whenever we did go, I got those giant water bottles, because why get a bunch of small water bottles when you could get like a bunch of big ones and then have so much more water for less money. So excuse me, yo, Matthew. Wait, Matthew's here? Yes. So I got used to drinking these giant bottles, right? I come here, it's like, is this the size they've always been? In the US, this is nothing. This is nothing. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. I'm used to the freaking 1.5 liters. And this is just like, it's a little baby bottle. It's so cute. So you and Susan are this. Oh, did I show the big water bottles on the stream? Yeah. So I got used to that being the normal size. And somehow you managed to squeeze those too. Okay, look. Is this a personal attack on how I drink water? My windows are open. Oh gosh, I've been very loud. Oops. The fast food drink sizes in Asia are all smalls. I guess I didn't really drink. I only got water. That's all I got because I'm lame. Yeah, it's true. Susan had this giant bag like this just giant bag. We both could have crawled in it. I could have wore it for like a ghost outfit. That would have been a video. Shoot, I gotta get back in the plane. $1 billion idea right here. Should I shut my windows? I don't know. If I hear the neighbor outside, then I'll shut my windows. You come back here and get a large, you get like a 5-gallon cup. That is true. Shout out to American movie theaters for having. I feel like if the apocalypse happens and water is super scarce and rare, like water is the new oil, just go to a movie theater and you'll be set for life. Look, okay. Hannah, I can't necessarily argue. Oh, hello! Hello from Kenya. Hello from the US. ¿Qué pasa? I don't know how to speak Spanish, and I'm very sorry. ¿Qué pasa is the only phrase I remember from school in Spanish when I had to take Spanish growing up. That and the color green is verde. And that's all I remember. Sorry. I want to learn Spanish. I was learning it on Duolingo, and then had to. I stopped. Oh my gosh, over a year ago. Holy cow! Because I lost my streak when I was in Malaysia last year. It's been a full year since I've opened the Duolingo app. Holy cow. Hello from France. Well, hello from the US. Home of tiny water bottles and big cups of soda, according to Matthew. So, yeah. The only one you need to know is Amarillo for yellow. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. But yes, yellow, the most important color for me. Do you like this jacket? I just realized I haven't really talked about it, but this is my favorite jacket of all time now. It's so warm and cozy, and I just love it so much, and it goes really well with my. I love it. Feels weird not seeing you and Susan together in this stream this time. I know. Tell me about it. It sucks. I miss you, Susan. The Duolingo owl is on. The Duolingo owl is on his way to your house right now. He heard you through your windows. Well, I guess time to yeet myself out of this mortal plane. The cool kids still say yeet, right? That's still a hip and relevant thing, right? Aw. Thank you, Matthew. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. It's just so warm. Like, before this, since moving here, I've had jean jackets as my jacket. And maybe a hoodie or two. This is like the comfort, the style of a jean jacket with the warmth of a hoodie. And I'm in love. And I'm only ever going to wear this from now on. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Threatening ASMR. That's a new genre. You've heard of soap ASMR and bubbles ASMR, and don't question how I know so much about the genres of ASMR, and now you have threatening ASMR. Also, Americans have such a terrible French accent. I see what you're talking about. Wow, that was so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just all agree that that moment didn't happen, and if this was a video, I just edited it out, but can't do that. Therefore, I'll continue to saying it when it's not cool. Oh, yeet. Yeet! I will continue to drag dabbing by its heels, kicking and screaming into the new year, into the new decade. Yeet, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Ha. I'm just picturing like a Portals from Endgame scene where he's like, Avengers! But it's Yee! Dun 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 dun. Ha. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. You're welcome for that mental image. Also, I know that was the wrong part of the song, but by the time I realized it, it was too late. Oh goodness. My phone is exploding because people are messaging in a group chat I'm in. So yeah, that's kind of what's been up with me. That's the haps. That's the neat deets. That was almost a dab, but it technically wasn't. It doesn't count as a dab. I'll never let anyone else but me edit my videos. 90% of what I film that gets cut is awkward. Yep. I can very much relate to that. It's a strugg because when I'm shooting, like, I hate editing this. I don't want to edit this. I wish I could just give it to someone to edit. But then I actually look back on the footage and I'm like, dear goodness, I don't want any other human to ever see this in life. So yes, Chris, I know exactly. I can #relate. Yeah. Yes, also yes, you guys know. Your phone passed away. Ooh, the big F. Dude, freaking same! Oh my gosh! Okay, one last thing to talk about because, Susan let me use her old cell phone while I was there in Malaysia and then got the chance to bring it back here so that I would have a cell phone until, like, when I was in the airport. Until once I get home, I had my old, iPhone 6. This isn't even a 6S. This is an iPhone 6. That I was like, oh, I'll just throw my SIM card into and be fine. So I get back, I land at LAX, I go to call an Uber, and, no signal. That's weird. I check, yes, it's my phone number. I was about to pull it up in the settings and show you. My phone number, it registered. My American SIM is registering in this phone, okay, but it's not getting service. That's weird. I talked about it with my father, and he suggested, I don't know, maybe the cell towers that Malaysia uses are on a different frequency. I don't know. It's just not designed to handle, because it was not made in America. It's not designed for American cell. I don't know. Whatever. I have my very much works in America iPhone 6, right? Great. Neato. I get home. I pull it out of the drawer. I put my SIM card in it. Only to get the message. I don't know if it's going to work, but it says, SIM not supported. The SIM card that you have currently installed in this phone is from a carrier that is not supported under the activation policy that is currently assigned by the activation server. This is not a hardware issue with the iPhone. Please insert another SIM card from a supported carrier or request that this iPhone be unlocked by your carrier. So apparently, when I bought this phone, I think this was actually my father's old phone, actually, now that I think about it. It was apparently locked with AT&T. And I didn't know that, because I switched over to Verizon with my 8. So this is useless. And I don't have a functioning cell phone right now. That's cool. Because this can't work with US cell towers, and this doesn't work with Verizon. And these are the only two phones I have. So, gotta figure out what to do. So that's fun. Yeah, get it unlocked. I know, I need to do that. I was supposed to do it today, but then, like, I remembered we had this stream, and so I was like, okay, no, let's just get home. Because we were, like, out doing grocery shopping, because, I mean, we need to eat. So, yes, I gave up the chance to have a phone for a day for you. And I just know, I'm worried that because I've been over a month without being able to get texts on my American number, and I didn't really tell anyone that because I didn't think about it, that I'm going to get a bunch of texts from friends when I finally get it set up saying, like, are you okay? Is everything okay? I've been trying to contact you and you haven't responded. Or, like, they'll be upset at me. Like not friends, like, with the internet, but, like, in real life, like, LA friends. Because what was weird, right, was when I landed at LA on this phone, for a second, I had service, and I started getting texts, but I wasn't able to respond to them. Like, I had multiple saying, like, hey, if you're back, like, I saw that you're back. Can we please hang out sometime? Like, and I'm like, I can't respond. So, yeah, that's cool. Did you get free Disney Plus for a year? No, because we don't have the Verizon Unlimited plan. Also, Susan asked where her pink phone case was. It's right here. There you go. I just took it out to charge it. There you are, the very manly phone case. Everyone, oh gosh, Steven. It's hard to get a hold of you anyways. Yeah, fair. I am bad at communication. But at least now I have an excuse. Yeah, so that's been my struggle. And then, you know what's really funny is I have my freaking Apple Watch that I can't use because it's a cellular one. You think, oh, you can use it without an iPhone, but apparently after a month of not having signal, it'll jump off the SIM plan, and now if I go into the cellular options, it says no SIM plan, please connect to iPhone. But here's the thing, so I could have connected it to this. If I take the SIM card out, I can connect this to my Apple Watch, but I went to go restore my iCloud backup, because always back up your stuff, kiddos, from my old phone, from my 8 to this phone, but this can't register anything over iOS 12. So in order to be able to sync this, I'd have to lose all of my Malaysia health information from this. I wore this every day in Malaysia to track my burned calories and everything, and it'd all be gone out the window because I'd have to erase the entire thing to be able to sync it to an iOS 12 device. So I'm just back to wearing my grandfather's watch, and this is just sitting on my desk. Just convert to Android is my incredibly mature response. I do like the Termux app. The fact that you can have a command line on a phone. That's really cool. But I'm such an Apple sheep. Anyway, I just looked at the time. Sorry for taking so long here. But your neighbor's going to hear you yelling. Yeah. I really should shut my windows. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for this week. And now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a sleep. I was going to say take a nap and then realize the time. And no, I'm going to take a sleep. Matthew. Oh, goodness. But yeah. I hope that... Why would you need command line on a phone? Because I can run command line apps. And it's pretty cool. It's honestly really cool. So, yes. I will see you next week. I hope you have a fantastic week. Meet me up, same time, same place. Let's talk about our week. And in the meantime, remember to stay positive. Ugh!